Hi Stitchy friends, I'm Stephanie, and welcome to my channel, Little Lion Stitchery, where we talk about cross-stitch. And this is Michael, returning for another episode.
What up?
Don't do that. It's bad. No, stop!
What down?
No! You don't know that?
What?
It means something bad.
What does it mean? What?
Yeah.
Well, say again. No.
Yeah, it does! You don't remember that whole big thing? I'm sorry, this video is turning into something...
Surf's up. Is that good?
No, it's that. No, that's also something different.
Oh, what's that? Tell me what that is.
Jesus.
Surf's up,
Stop
homies.
it. Okay, you know what?
Home slices. Give me a home slice of pizza.
Are you done?
Yeah. Continue.
This is gonna be Michael's last video, unfortunately. Because I can't with him. Anyway. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway. So. Anyway. This is a freebie that I created. So this is going to be a new freebie that I'm going to upload either Monday or more than likely Tuesday. And if you don't know, subscribe to my email list and you will gain access to my freebie portal. And I send out emails. I try to send out emails every Tuesday with what's going on my channel or, yeah, my YouTube channel, my blog, my everything. So, there's a cat here. Anyway, so I created this lovely little cross-stitch. Sorry, am I in your face?
No, I just want to see it.
So I created this lovely little cross-stitch as a freebie to thank you, and it's called Thanks-A-Latte.
That's a good one.
What was that?
It's a good one. It's very funny.
And I made it so that it... You know what? I was just thinking I should have actually finished it in a little like coffee cup and created... That would be a really cute finishing idea, is to make it in like a little coffee cup as like a pin cushion. But I just finished it this way. But it's supposed to... So I painted the hoop in a glossy white finish so that it looks like a coffee mug. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a little latte, in case you couldn't tell.
Cool.
Yeah, so I dyed some 28 count, what is it, Monaco in taupe, and I forget the other color. But it's mostly taupe. This is mostly the color taupe. To look like little cappuccino latte coffee color. Yeah.
So good.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah. It looks
you
really
like
good
it?
from the back, too.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll show you guys the back.
Should always show the back.
You know what? This is a good chance to insert my finishing on how I finished the back. Yeah, Mike thinks I'm like, that's what my back looks like. Yes.
So
Sorry.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
So neat.
I tried.
That's not even the best one I've seen either.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's only one color to be fair. Number one. Number two, I don't know. It took a lot of hard work to get here. Let's just say my backs didn't always look this neat. And if yours don't be ashamed. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, they don't look
Nobody
as bad
cares.
as mine, so.
Sorry, I'm like putting it over your face.
It's okay.
But yeah, cute little Thanks-A-Latte pattern. Freebie. If you go to littlelionstitchery.com and sign up for my email list, you'll get all of the free patterns and any future free patterns that I create. Sounds good, right?
What's the website for that?
littlelionstitchery.com.
Gotta check that out.
Shut up. So yes, this is a little finish, and Michael also has a finish.
My second finish.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, what? Two.
Stop.
What do you mean, two?
Turn it around. Yeah,
That was
turn
so
it.
weird.
Turn it around.
What does it matter whether it...
Because that's... I told you what that means. Not everyone's from the U.S., Michael. You have to be culturally adaptable.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. Thumbs up? Cool?
No.
Oh.
No, I think that's also a bad thing.
Oh, so should I show it from the front?
Yeah, from the front. Unless you want to show the back.
Should I talk now?
You can talk.
Okay, so this is my second finish. My first, like, honestly, I'm very, very proud of this. This is Link from Zelda, obviously. Main character of the Zelda games.
May not be so obvious to everyone, but
what do you mean it looks so good?
No, I know, but maybe everyone doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, so Zelda's a video game series I like, so that's why I decided to do this. And I found the art for it from a Google search, and Stephanie was able to turn it into a cross-stitch pattern. Now, the thing about this was very confusing. It's got all these purples and...
It's kind of like confetti. So you're talking about all the random stitches? It's
Well,
called confetti stitches.
I'm merely saying that it's like, when I looked at this initially, the art, like I saw greens and I guess browns and some yellows. So it's like when I was stitching it, I was doing all these. I had to do all these purples and blues and all these colors that confused me halfway. And it wasn't until I got like 3/4 there when it started to look really good, and I started to like have an understanding of why all those purples and blues are there. Because I didn't really understand why we need all those colors in order to get to like how it looks now. So yeah, I'm really proud of it. It took me like a month of doing probably an hour on average a day, so it's probably like a good 30 hours to do this. It's only my second one, so can I say how the mistakes happened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yeah, talk about everything you want.
Okay. Oh, so first of all, this is the back. If you look at my back in comparison to her back, now I will say a couple things. There was some laziness that went into this. Like if you look at the big white strands at the end, that was the last color I was doing at that point. I was just like, I want to finish it. However, some of it's just crazy. So, I mean, a lot of it is just not wanting to kind of cut the thread and redo it.
Do you think that it was harder to get your needle? I know with Mew, because it was so small, it started to become difficult to get your needle through the stitches. Do you think you had that problem with this one because of the bulkiness of the back?
There are times. Yeah, there are a couple times when, like, obviously if you see this, like, mishmash in the middle here where, definitely if you're threading around there and it would get all knotty and I would have Stephanie fix it, as with all the mistakes on this. So, yeah, I will say, like, the fact that it is messy and got all blobby did make it difficult in times, and I'm happy I had somebody to bail me out, because I don't know if I would have been able to do that all myself.
Do you want to talk about the grid and your mistakes?
Yeah, so there were two major mistakes I had. One was they were both actually pretty early. So I did the outline first, the almost black, basically, that goes around. It's like a dark blue, but I started from the top and I went all the way around the outline, right? Now at some point, I think around this side, I did one wrong stitch, like it was like too far up or something. So the next 40 or so stitches after that were wrong, and I was immediately like, I don't really know if I want to keep doing this.
So usually you pick a side. I don't know. I start in the upper left corner usually. He decided that he was going to stitch in like a circular pattern like this. So he miscounted quite a few times.
Well, so the first time, basically, there were 40 stitches, and so Stephanie ripped them out, and, okay, you go on from there, and then I kept going for a while, and I did the same thing. I must have lost, like, at least 50 stitches, basically, where it was, like, one was wrong in the middle, and I was just like, ugh, I don't care, like, I was just like, oh, there's another one wrong, so I basically had all these ones that were wrong in the middle, and all the ones around them were wrong also relative to those stitches. So, what Stephanie decided to do at that point is, after ripping out all the wrong stitches,
twice.
Yeah, but that second time especially, she made me, a 10 by 10 grid?
Yeah.
So, she used, was it water washable marker?
Yeah, so it's blue water soluble marker, and I'll leave a link in the description below with a post that I wrote on how to prevent mistakes. And that's one of the techniques that I use. So
with that 10 by 10 grid, what I was able to do is follow the pattern a lot better. So if you look at the pattern has like a similar 10 by 10 grid. Mm-hmm. So what I did...
Usually you don't show the pattern, but it's okay because it's a free... It's pixel art that I just created into a pattern. So it's okay. Yeah, normally you don't because copyright issues, but it's okay. because it's a pixel art.
Don't sue us, Nintendo.
No.
We love you.
They're not gonna sue us.
Been a proud buyer of games since 1991 or so. So yeah, but it has a similar 10 by 10 grid, and what you're able to do is just look at the pattern and be like, all right, I did the stitches in there, now I can move on to the next section and next session. It made it so much easier, especially after the frustration of having those first two, sequences of stitches having ripped out. And it was like really smooth sailing from there. From there, I then just went from the top. I went this color from the top, go down, I'll do all this one by 10 by 10, and I went all the way down to the bottom. Starting from the top was a lot easier. So I will say that if I were to have done this again, I would have probably started at the topmost color and did it kind of grid, like 10 by 10 grid by 10 by 10 grid, go on to the next color, etc. So that is how I would have done it differently. Yeah.
Mhm. Do you want to? So we're gonna do whips next. That's your only. Yeah. That's
Do you want to go? Because I just talked for a while.
I mean, whatever. You want me to go?
Yeah,
that's
you go.
fine. I have a few whips. You know what? I'll talk about this one.
Whip.
Since I started it and I haven't been working on it as much because then I started a new whip. So this is. Let me just do it. Oh. This is Slay All Day by Stitchsperation. And it was in the 2020 Visions XStitch magazine. And I did it on 28 count. So Michael's been working, do you know what fabric count you've been working on? Or what kind of fabric?
It's Ada cloth.
It's Ada, yeah.
Really? That was just a wild guess. Yeah.
What?
What's the count?
Yeah, what's the count?
We've
talked about
it's
this.
32 count.
No. 32 count.
It's 16 count.
No.
I don't understand what the count means.
We've talked about this. Okay, so if you're not sure what the count is the number of stitches in an inch. So you're working on 14 count right now, which is, I feel like, the most popular fabric size.
Yeah.
For both beginners and advanced cross stitchers.
I said 16,
but
right?
Usually most stitchers start out on 14 count.
I said 16. I was pretty close.
I think you could do 16. I like 16. Mm-hmm. Actually, your stitches don't look that bad here. But
so it just makes it
on a smaller fabric count. It's gonna, if you use 2 strands, which is what you're using, it'll make it filled in more, so you won't see as much of the white fabric in the back.
So right when you have more stitches, like when you go from 14 to 16, you have more stitches per inch, which makes it higher resolution essentially.
Yeah, it makes it higher resolution. We're computer nerds, so.
Well, no, but it's the same concept. If you have more of a color
so you'll
in
get
a particular
smaller,
space.
so your link will be smaller. So your pattern will be smaller, but it'll be more filled in.
Okay.
It'll be more stitches per inch.
Gotcha.
All right, back to this. Sorry. So like I said, this is Slay All Day in the 2020 Visions magazine by Stitchsperation, and I love her pattern. She is amazing at calligraphy and just like that ink look. And then she usually has kits on her website, and I think she re-released this pattern with kits on her website doing, like, she does the fabric and inks, which is really, really cool. So I changed the colors for this pattern. It was initially, what are you doing? It was initially, what was it? Pink, blue, and purple.
Just the background, right?
Yeah, the background. Yeah, so the main color's in black.
Mm-hmm.
And I changed it to yellow, green, and blue, which are my favorite colors. And yeah, so that's my whip.
In my opinion, you did a really good job with the background.
Thank you. It's not done yet. Well, it's not done yet because it's a whip. Work in progress. Oh, so if you don't know what a whip is, work in progress. That's what a whip is. Whip. Whip. Which. Anyway, so the colors I'm using for this conversion are, so basically the inks that you use, so you want to, if you do want to convert the colors, I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but it's overlaying colors. So if you know anything about like color theory, yellow plus blue makes green, and then in the previous example, pink and blue are going to make a purple. And then, you know, she has other ones like yellow and pink and orange for the mix. So the colors I'm using are 3843 for the blue, and then 307, which is lemon yellow, and then 907 for the green. Sorry if you can't really see that. I'm sorry it's in the Ziploc still, and sorry for the crinkle sound. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I kind of gave up a little bit working on it because something in my life happened was very sad. But maybe we'll have some good news and I will finish it. The thing that happened. I was doing it for the thing. Never mind, don't worry about it. For the job thing that didn't happen.
Are you doing it for them?
No, I was doing it for me to be on my desk. Like, I was all excited. So
It looks really cool, though.
No, I know. I'll probably hang them in the house. Anyway,
it looks super
above
cool.
my desk over here.
You want me to talk about my very early whip?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mike has a, I guess it's more of a new start.
I can't show the pattern for this? Because it kind of...
It's a free pattern. It's a free pattern on, where did I get it from? I'll put where I got it from in the description below in case you also want to do it. But it's a free pattern.
So this is a pattern I'm doing. It's Crono from the video game Chrono Trigger, this is probably my favorite video game of all time. And I've been wanting to do a pattern from that game for a while. So I just started. Just started, so literally all I have is... To be fair, I actually only had the black color, and I only had it because Steph gave me it. So
I also want to talk about that. Sorry.
So all I've really done is the 50 by 50 border, and I just started...
If you don't have one of these bad boys, get yourself one. It's pretty amazing. So this is a cone. It's the smaller cone, so I think it was like $20 or so. But it's DMC black. I use a lot of black in my patterns.
You gotta always use black.
Obviously, yes, you need a lot of black. I also have one in white that I actually haven't used as much. I've been using the black like endlessly. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Black is all colors anyway, right?
Or it depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
it could be no colors.
We're not that would be light, right? Black would be the absence of light if we're talking about light.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about
if we're talking about paints
colors,
and everything. Mm-hmm.
So when you're doing with black, it's like you're using every color there is.
I don't think everyone wants the color theory lesson, my love.
So basically, I've done this border, 50 by 50 border, and I just started with the black there. However, for the first time, I think, ever, I went to Michael's and I got all 15 colors by myself. I was able to find them all. It just took like 5 minutes to like go in to like this color, this color, this color. So I don't actually think I have the bag of that here, but I have a Ziploc. Okay. Yeah, I have a bag of 15 colors, and what I'm probably going to do actually is, so I'm on this little top black section, I'm probably just going to do a couple more black and then start going from the top left. Is this top left? Yeah, so I'm going to start on another color, and yeah, I'm going to go from there, the top left, and I guess move over to the right.
So some people like to start in the middle. I definitely like to start in the top left. Some people start middle, top, but...
Yeah, I personally had trouble counting like 25 stitches or 50 stitches, so it's a lot easier to just start from, you know, this, I don't have to start counting here. I can just start from this corner and don't have to count, so...
you do still have to count.
Well, you know what I mean. It's not like having to count 25, then putting the stitch there and hoping you counted right, because it all kind of depends on that one stitch. So.
Are you going to start with this color? I would start with this color.
Yeah, I'm probably going to start with that that splotch of whatever color
whitish,
that is. Yeah, that like
it's not white, yeah, but it's an off-white.
But, you know, I'll do that little splotch, and then maybe I'll end up doing that splotch, or maybe not. We'll kind of go from there.
Figure it out.
Yep. But that's what I'm doing now. It's probably going to take me a while, but that's exciting because it's my favorite, and then maybe I'll move on to non-video game stuff one day.
No way. I don't believe it.
We'll see.
Mike's favorite hobbies are rollerblading, chess, video games. But again, and hockey. But there's not a lot of patterns for those things. So we'll see.
We're about to break through into all those.
Maybe you'll help me stitch
bring it to the mainstream.
Maybe you'll help me stitch my models for me.
Your models?
No, stitch models for my patterns.
Stitch model.
Like this is a stitch model. Like this is a model of a pattern that I did. So it's a stitching of the pattern that you made instead of a digital pattern. Like it's when you stitch it up.
A
It's
model
called
like
model.
a supermodel?
No, it's a stitch model.
That coffee is very beautiful.
Thank you.
So.
We'll have to work on your stitches to get them as beautiful as mine.
My stitches are beautiful.
Your
their
stitches
own
are
way.
beautiful. I said you can be my stitch model. Anyway.
All stitches.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. No.
Love your stitches.
Please stop it.
Love your stitches no matter how
Alright, so I have another whip. Stop.
how they are.
Stop it.
Okay.
Okay. So this
Dude, the back of that
lovely...
though. It's so
right.
good.
So I also
just show the back first.
So I got a little lazy with my...
That's the back.
Yeah, but I got a little lazy and started, what is it called? Carrying my stitches too, because there was a few, but whatever. I'm sorry. Anyway, whatever.
It actually doesn't,
Jealous.
it almost doesn't look lazy because the rest of them are so beautiful that it almost looks like on purpose, you know what I mean?
I mean, it was on purpose.
But you know what I mean.
Alright, anyway. So this is the 2019, sorry, I'll put it more over here. Do you want to hold it? What are you doing? Stop it.
Does that look good?
Don't put your nose on
Oh.
it. Anyway, I need to wash it.
somewhere.
Stop, I'm going to wash it.
Okay.
I'm going to wash it anyway. I have to wash your other one so I can get rid of the grid and frame it somehow.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll show that when it's fully finished. I don't know how we're going to, you said you wanted a hoop. I don't know how we're going to design the hoop.
Look how good this looks.
So this is for our friend Brian because he did a very nice thing. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. Can I just
Yeah.
say what happened? Like
Yeah.
a very brief thing.
Sentence.
So, what?
A sentence.
Yeah, so last year, if you've been following me for a while, Meg and I got married last year during the pandemic, and his best man, Brian, was nice enough to take him out to a Devils game and some other debauchery, like, what? No?
It wasn't debauchery.
I know, but anyway, for his, like,
I mean,
for like a bachelor party, which I thought was very
Yeah.
sweet, and Brian, his best man, loves green, and he's, like, obsessed with masks, right?
I didn't know he loved green. That's
Yeah, you don't remember his bedroom in his condo? His whole bedroom was painted like this fluorescent green. You could have used it as like a green screen for things. You don't remember that? Oh, it was
Did
blinding.
you get confirmation that's his favorite color?
I know it's his favorite color.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know that thing.
Anyway, so this is also a free pattern, and I will leave that in the description below as well. All these things to remember to leave in the description below. And this is the 2009 Mirabilia Retreat Mask. And yeah, it's very pretty. So I bought some beads. So I'm doing a lot for this pattern. So I'm gonna upload tutorials on how I frame it and all of that good stuff. Like I said, first I need to wash it, and then I'm gonna start adding beads and backstitching. I didn't do the backstitching yet. But yeah, it's almost done. And like I said, I converted the colors they were purple originally, and I converted them to greens. I do have the greens right here if you would like to know it. And I will also, I guess when it's all done, I will create a post for it with all the information. But in case you're wondering, the lightest green is 912. So in the pattern, they actually use a blend, which I don't know if you know, but I'm not the biggest fan of blends because I think it could look like splotchy in some places because it's not consistent unless you painstakingly make it consistent, which I don't got time for that. So like I said, the light green is 912, the middle green is 910, and the darkest green is 3818. And I did it on 28 count even weave by the D'Artiste brand. Wait, is it called D'Artiste? I think it's just called Artiste. Now I can't remember.
D'Artiste.
But it's the Hobby Lobby, the Hobby Lobby 28 count even weave with Swigart. And then we happen to have a bead shop. So Mike has been really stubborn about going to our local needlework shop, which is fine because it is kind of far. You've been promising me for weeks, you liar. But anyway, so I just really need to go there for beads anyway. And we have, what? Salty now? Anyway. So I like how they sound like little maracas. You could have like a little fiesta. Anyway, so I got a bunch. What?
Can I hold some?
Yeah, you can hold some. Wait, I need to know which ones I'm using. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. Basically, I thought I would do gold for like an accent color, but I'm deciding I think I want to go with all black with the green beads. So I'm going to do green beads, and then I was thinking about gold. But I think I'm going to do black beads instead, so that it's more like gothic instead of like carnival, like Mardi Gras kind. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, also, because I think if I had made the frame, so I got this frame, so yeah, these are all the beads. I mean, I got a lot of different beads. They're kind of probably going to be hard to show in screen, so when I'm finished, I will definitely, I will definitely add, so like these are the black beads. And I got them from bobbybead.com. And they're having a sale right now for 40%. I think it was 40%. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but these are like the black, I have to get the, where's the paper? I mean, it doesn't matter. You know how this camera is with the, there we go, it's a little focus. It's kind of hard to see in the thing too. Oh, so I got some beads at, we have a shop local called The Birds and the Beads, which I think is hysterical. And they're the bigger containers, like this one. So you just get more beads. They are a little bit, I mean, I wouldn't say they are a little bit pricey just because you're getting more beads. And like I said, these were on sale, so I don't know. I didn't math it out. But I imagine they're comparable in price for what you get, if that makes sense. So yeah, I have some green beads that I have, and I think I'm going to do black. And I spray painted this frame, which I think is lovely with it. This should have been the screenshot. I like this kind of, actually. We might have to retake it.
It's all about how you frame it. See what I did there?
Sure.
Yeah.
So this I spray painted in a black satin, which initially I think I sprayed it on too thick and it created more of a gloss, which I think Mike liked a little bit better. What are you doing? Which I think Mike liked better, right? You like the gloss better.
Yeah.
You don't like matte things, but
It looks shiny.
this is satin, which again I think plays into that whole gothic feel.
I get that.
Yeah. And so I got this at Goodwill for, I'm going to try and, like I said, put your face in it. What? What's wrong? I got this at Goodwill for $5.99 and completely took it apart and...
It's for both our faces.
We'll do this later. Yeah, there we go.
No, pull it a little closer.
What do you mean? No, it's perfect. Alright. We'll have to screenshot that later. That's so funny. So I got this Goodwill for $5.99 and it was clearly from a professional framer. However, usually professional framers don't use glue, and this one did, so I'm not sure what that's about. But as you can see on the back, it's an 8x10 frame. And then there was some huge staples, so I just used some wood filler to fill those in, so you're not gonna... I don't think you would have really seen it because there's going to be a dust cover over it anyway, and I'm going to show you the whole process and all the to-do because this is like the cheapest way that I know, or the most inexpensive way to do frames. There's some other ways to do frames, but this is my favorite because usually if I go to Goodwill on the Dollar Day Sundays, I get my frames for $1. And I think my very first Flosstube, I talked a little bit about like the frames that I got for $1. You cannot beat that for $1. Amazing. And even this frame at $5.99 I think was a pretty good deal. And just look at that detail though. I think it goes so well. Again, it's a little hard to pick up on camera just because of it's black. And but I think the like the flourishes, I don't think they're really called flourishes. Like just the motifs on it I think match really well. You can see like with the wings on the mask. There you go, you can kind of see. I don't know, I just think it adds something. What do you think? Do you like it? I think it's going to look so amazing, and I'm so excited to do the framing and show you all how I do my framing. Because it's not that hard as long as you have like the right tools. And yeah, so framing could be very expensive. I'll also leave a link to, oh yeah, stop having a party. You're shaking my beads. I'll also leave a link to the Flosstube where I got one of my pieces professionally framed. It was very expensive. I love Paige the framer, or Frame and Fiber. She's amazing, and when I finish Gypsy Queen, I'll probably bring it to her as well to frame. But for pieces like this I'm giving away as gifts, I think my framing is perfectly adequate, especially because I don't know what's going to happen to it down the line. So there's no point in spending all that money for someone that I'm sure he'll love it. But again, I'm just not sure, I don't expect them to treasure it for generations is what I'm saying. I think when you get something professionally framed, especially for the price, it should be something that is going to get passed down as like an heirloom. It's very expensive. Anyway, Mike doesn't know. But yeah, so that's my frame, and I'm pretty obsessed, and I love it. I don't have it with me right now, but in my future videos, you'll see like a before and after. So it was like a gold frame. So like I was saying, I think if I was to use the gold beads, I would paint this frame gold, so it just complements it better. But all right, clown. I think that's good. Do you want to give a little outro? Subscribe if you like this video. Subscribe if you like my content.
Subscribe
or
if you like
our
this
content.
video. Subscribe if you like my content.
Our content. It's my your content.
/ our content. And
let us know if you want to see Michael in more videos, because
you don't have a choice.
We'll see. Stop doing. We'll see, because Michael takes forever to sit down and do a thing. I'm surprised you showed your whip, because he didn't want to do a video until his last cross-stitch was finished.
Well, it's a lot more impressive now that it's finished.
Yeah.
So, I want to show my good side.
Yeah, but you gotta show your whip. It's important to see progress.
I get that.
So yeah, subscribe if you like my content and want to see tutorials and more Flosstube and just tips on everything cross-stitch. And please like this video so I know that I'm doing a good job, that we're doing a good job, and that you like Michael. If you like Michael, give it a like. And if you have any questions, leave a comment in the description. Or in the comments, not in the description. Leave a comment down below.
Leave a description in your comment with what you want to say below the video screen. What's up?
Alright, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye.